What is up, everybody? This is Train and Hawks Fan. I am back after a long absence. We are on the Metra BNSF number 1326. We're heading to Union Station, and we're going to get a long overdue video of any kind, but a longer overdue cab car video. So let's enjoy the ride here. We're just now leaving Aurora, and we can see there's something going on up there. But let's take a look at what's in Hill Yard here as we pass by. Uh-oh. Is that? No. No, it's not. How much you want to bet we're going to see 210 in the morning? While we're leaving Aurora here, I want to take a moment and acknowledge something very, very horrible that happened here yesterday, right here in Aurora. We had a mass shooting that killed 5 innocent people. And 5 of Aurora's finest, 5 police officers, were injured during the standoff that happened with the gunman. This stuff is happening far too often, and it is just horrible to think that it happened anyway, but it's even worse to think it happened here in my hometown. So, you know, I want to offer my sincerest condolences to the families of the victims and wish the speediest of recoveries to the 5 officers and a number of other civilians that were injured in this tragic incident. My thoughts and my prayers are with you all at this difficult time. But anyways, we're going to come up, this is Ohio Street, I believe. We're going to go under, and we're going to join the main line in just a second here. We have approach medium ahead, because we're going to switch on to the main line. Today I am with CRI&P Fan 4506. He's filming this ride with me. I'm also with BNSF Fan 7695. Back here. He's back there, and he lives in the same neighborhood as me. But he, unlike me, he can't see the Aurora sub from my house.
Nope.
No.
Can bike to it.
He can bike to it, but he can't see it. I can see it. Although it's getting tougher to see during the winter time.
I can bike to the J by my house.
To the J?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All right, let's see what we've got on this freight. I wonder if that came from my house. Let's see. And there's the power on the freight train. And now we're going to join the triple track main line here at West Eola. We're going under Farnsworth Avenue right now. And we are going to remain on Main 1 past this first switch here. But it looks like we're going to move over at the next set of switches. And as we go by, let's see what we have in Eola Yard. Ooh, I see a Cascade Green.
What side?
I see yours, right side. Okay, hang on. We are switching over. And while we switch over, I apologize for any shakiness, but we're going to see if we can get that Cascade Green. Yeah, there it is. All right, let's go back here. I'm going to zoom in one more time. And we are going to take a look. Yeah, there's some Cascade Green. BN lives on. All right, now we'll rejoin the main line here. Just went by McClure Road. Somewhat popular rail fanning spot for some of the local rail fans, although I don't come here that often. This is Main 2, and over to the left we got a couple of Jeeps. Oh, look at that, Union Pacific power here at Eola.
Junk?
Well, at least it's SD70Ms, EMDs. But they're a little far from home here. Although when I first started my rail fanning days, my home line was the Geneva sub. I lived in Geneva. And then in 2013, I moved into my current house along the Aurora sub.
Mine is the J, because I've grown up by the J my whole life. I live like a mile from the J.
By the J, yeah.
Yeah, in Plainfield.
The J was awesome.
Yeah.
We've got a yellow over yellow. You see up ahead there, we got a yellow over yellow. That probably means we're going to switch again. So, yep, I can see red over green ahead, so we're going to move over. This intermodal is waiting for us, and probably nothing special power-wise on this intermodal, but we'll take a look at it anyways.
Probably junk.
Yeah. We'll take a look. For those of you who have clicked on this video and are like, hey, he finally posted something, I want to say right now that I'm sorry that I haven't been able to post much at all lately. It's just too much time that I don't have at my disposal these days, and I really, really do miss it. And I hope to get some more done this summer. Let's take a look at our power here. And for those of you who aren't into trains as much, yeah, there's an H one. For those of you not into trains as much but are tuning in because you're curious about this, we welcome you. I welcome you to this video. I'm glad you've tuned in for this. We're going to go under Aurora Road now, and as we do, we're going to switch over to Main 3.
What do you have to cover, Everything okay?
And now we're going to go under the his line, EJ&E. And if you look up at the bridge, you will see on each side a J painted on it. I will try and get a shot of it, but I don't know how steady it's going to be because you know, it's shaky as we're going here. But I will try and get the shot of the two J's on the bridge. They're kind of faded, but they are there. Or they used to be there. I don't see them. I don't see them.
Same thing on the Freeport. Like they still have, like there's a bridge on the Freeport and Hillside that still says IC Railroad.
Yeah, I don't see the J on there anymore. They must have painted over it, but there was a J on each side of those. Oh, you know what? It's on the original bridge. They put up a new bridge. It must be double main here now. I could see it, but you folks at home probably couldn't. And just around this curve up here is our first stop at Route 59. This Route 59 station is actually right on the border of Naperville and Aurora, and it actually is half owned by Naperville and half owned by Aurora. The parking lot on the north side, left side of your screen, is owned and operated by the city of Naperville. And the parking lot on the south side, the right side of your screen, is operated by the city of Aurora.
Here comes westbound.
And that does cause confusion among commuters. We've got a westbound ahead. I'm going to zoom into it real quick. You can see the light down there. It's kind of blurry and shaky. I apologize for that. And this is, I believe, Metra's busiest stop on their entire system here at Route 59. And we're going to see lots of freight traffic today. This is a very busy line. So this is, once again, this is Metra's BNSF line, the former Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy route. And here we come to Route 59, and there is a lot of people waiting for this train. So this is, like I said, this is a busy, well, it looks like coal train to me. We'll see when we get into the station here. Only have a minute. You can see this is something I've seen before. The people along here tend to kind of congregate in certain sections where they know the cars are going to stop, especially during the day. And let's see what we got here. Givo and an ace. Young? Wrong leader. Okay, so.
What's that power setup?
Givo and an ace. And while we have a stop here at Route 59, I'm going to take a moment. I'm actually just going to pause the video while we wait here. Okay, they just closed it up. We are on our way to Naperville now. Now, for those of you who are following me on Facebook and seeing that I have, oh, they just opened the doors again. For those of you, well, while you have a second, for those of you who are following me on Facebook and seeing all the pictures I've been posting lately, because I've been focusing more on pictures these days.
I still do video, but
you'll notice that I've been spending a lot of time down at this the downtown Naperville Station, our next stop here. I really like it there. It's a really cool station, and I like the shot there. I like the warehouse. I like the backdrop with the warehouse and the water tower.
There's a fun fact about it. It's haunted.
Yes, and I will explain that as we get moving here. Back in 1946, there was a wreck at the Naperville Station. A train rear-ended another, killed 46 people. And those people are still hanging around the Naperville Station today. I know myself included and a number of rail fans have had paranormal experiences there. I heard a voice in the tunnel underneath the tracks, and a rail fan buddy of mine has captured mysterious light orbs around trains at night there. And I did do a voice recording once to see if anything was there, and I did pick up a voice. So, yeah. And professional paranormal teams have investigated the station, and they have all found something. So it's definitely legit, people. But it's nothing to be worried about. Nothing to be worried about. They're not out to hurt anybody. They're not out for harm. They're just there because of what happened. So. But for those of you around here who railfan this station, you're not going to feel them. They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to bother you. You are fine to railfan at Naperville.
Yeah, I've surprisingly not had any paranormal moments there.
No, you probably won't, but but it's definitely there. So it's a really cool. I've been railfanning a lot there because Amtrak has been running a lot of their anniversary locomotives, including the 184. On the Southwest Chief lately, and they make the stop at Naperville, so it's nice to be able to get them while they're stopped and get like a nice look at them instead of whizzing by 10 seconds, it's over. Have a little bit more time to see it. So as we go through Naperville here, this is not too much to see around here. When we get a little further down the line, it becomes a little bit more scenic. You'll see how the towns are just practically set up right along the tracks. And it's really cool to give you kind of the history of how the towns used to build up along the railroad. Like the railroad was the centerpiece of the town. We'll see that as we get closer to Chicago. By the way, we're going over Ogden Avenue right now, and this is the Saturday morning express train. Once we get to Downers Grove Main Street, we're going to express into Union Station. And as we travel, I will explain why we're on the express. This is River Road. River Road. We're going over. This is River Road. I apologize for the shakiness of the video. I have not done one of these in a very, very long time.
Yeah, same with me.
As you see, the window is kind of dirty, but the conductor on board was nice enough to clean it for us. So thanks to him for that. Thank you very much to him for that.
I'm actually friends with him.
Yeah, no, he's a cool guy. He was cool to talk to. Maybe later on we can see if I can we're making a stop or something, see if we can get an interview with him, or maybe at Union Station. And we're coming into the Naperville Station. Like I said, this has been practically a second home for a while here. I've really found myself coming down here a lot just to spend some time, just kind of get back in the swing of things, getting some rail fans. Because, you know, the activity by my house is nice, but, you know, it's too inconsistent. Here it's a lot more consistent because by my house, you know, it's only a single track. So, yeah. Alrighty. We're going to go over Washington Street as we come into the station. And we'll take a look around and we'll notice, I'll point out exactly where my go-to spot is here at Naperville. I can see Loomis Street's crossing is activated. That's where the wreck happened. That happened here. It happened at the Loomis Street crossing. There's the pub. And there's the station. And we've got plenty of folks waiting to come on board. All right. So and I'm going to point out something as we pull in. Right over there is a memorial for the wreck that happened here. And right there is where I usually like to stand, right in that area right there. That's my go-to spot.
Wait, what?
Tell him to come to the cab car.
Tell him to come to the cab car.
I just did.
Tell him to come to the cab.
I don't think Jay's on this thing, but...
Why is Jay on here?
I don't know, but this is what he said in the chat. If you guys can see that.
Oh.
Tell him to come to the cab car.
Yeah, he can join the party.
Yeah, but there's no room up here
We are
for
in
us.
Ortville right now.
Yeah, I know. This is okay. I'm gonna pause until we get moving. All right, we are leaving Naperville now. While we were stopped, the Lumen Street crossing went up, so we'll see the gates come down as we leave. Once again, I'm here with Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific Fan 4506 and BNSF Fan 7695. This is Train and Hawks Fan. Train and Hawks Fan 17. I am back. This is Naperville, one of my favorite go-to spots to Railfan. And as we leave Naperville, I'm going to tell a quick story here. Back in December, I Railfanned here, and a Metra came into the station. It was unscheduled. I didn't know what was going on. Turned out it was one of those Operation North Pole Express trains, and there were lots of kids that weren't on the platform, so it was kind of eerie when it came in, like what was going on here. And they were all waiting at the station, and man, were they excited to get on, and they had all sorts of people dressed up. The man himself, Santa, was on board. Elves, candy canes, yes, people dressed up as candy canes, Disney, princesses, you name it, Ebenezer Scrooge, Nutcracker characters, you name it, they were here. And that was kind of cool to kind of get that unexpectedly. So now we'll start going around a very long S curve. We'll curve to the left and then to the right, and when we get to the end of that, we will get into our station stop at Lisle.
Surprise, surprise.
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 We have another Railfan with us.
Yep.
Mr. J.
Why are you on this train?
I'm going to the auto show.
Oh, we got going to the auto show.
You never told me
Here, have
anything.
He said it's chat.
Yeah. No. We're Railfans. Yeah, that's awesome. We're Railfans.
I am too, not quite this extent.
Right, no. We are taking video for YouTube. Again,
That's awesome.
yeah, I've not done this in a long, long time. Again, for those of you tuning in, we welcome you to this video. We're glad you joined us. I'm glad you joined in. I am glad to be back. Yeah, you know, live stream would have been a good idea. So as we go through Lisle, I'll explain. I'm just about to wrap up my last year of college. I'm going to graduate with a bachelor's in computer science. I started my college years at Waubonsie, the community college out my way, and then I transferred to Aurora University, where I'm currently at right now. My favorite teacher at Waubonsie was a communications professor. That was Napier Boulevard we went over, by the way. And I got a computer science teacher at Aurora University that I really like too. Now, those are my two favorite teachers from both of those colleges and universities. Now, the reason I mention it now is because the thing that they have in common is both of them are from Lisle. Both of them are from Lisle here. So I wanted to give them a shout out in this video.
There's a red in the middle. It's going to be a freight in the middle going out.
We'll see another one of our Conrads said they saw red in the middle, so we could have a freight. We'll see what we got. And as we round the curve, it's maintenance away. So we're going to get some horn action.
Ew, a K3.
Yeah. All right, as we pass by these guys, they're going to give us a wave, so we'll wave back.
What side are they on?
They are on the middle track.
Main 2.
They're on main 2, yeah.
I can't see much.
They're waving. Good morning, fellas. That is not an easy job what they do, and we definitely give them credit for the hard work they do to keep these rails in shape.
Mark, you should do like a documentary.
I am.
Oh, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I'm filming.
I'm just filming for fun.
Yeah, no, we're both filming for fun.
I'm not making.
You're uploading this, right?
Yeah, I am.
Awesome.
I am too, with what I get.
Also, don't mind the shakiness. I can't help that.
Yeah. Again, apologies for the shakiness.
I think there's any boomers at Lisle.
Let's see if anybody's in Lisle. Once again, my two favorite teachers, the one from Obonzi and the one from Aurora, both hail from Lisle. So shout out to them. Thanks for all the great work you do.
A week ago.
And I think we went over Route 53 back there.
Yeah, that's not.
So this is Lisle. This is Lisle, and the tracks further set apart here than they are at the other stations. I'm not quite sure why that is.
The awful curve.
Probably was like a former platform or something.
And just like we do at the other stations, in order to conserve memory space, I'm going to pause the video during the station stop.
What's up?
I'm getting tired of standing.
All right, here we go out of Lisle. Our next stop is Belmont Avenue in Downers Grove. They refer to the station stop as just Belmont, though. Train holding area, 1 mile. Let's see if anything's holding.
What's up, Jay's up there?
2 stops.
Hey, Aaron, is my phone plugged in?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Plugged in the whole time.
Thank you. Once again, for those of you skipping around the video just to see the different parts of the ride, I don't blame you. This is a long ride. I'm training Hawks Fan 17. I'm with CRI&P Fan 4506 and BNSF Fan 7695.
Yep.
And another Railfan has joined us.
Yeah, that's
Very briefly.
Yeah.
He left.
He left though, but that was nice. But we are heading downtown, and the occasion today, in case I haven't mentioned it before, is Metra is actually offering free rides this weekend. As a, oh, here comes something. We'll take a look at it as we go by. But they are offering, it's Metra. They're offering free rides this weekend as kind of a, you know, they're calling it a pat on the back for all the weather that we've had in this area. And we've had some rough weather over the past month or so. And we're going to meet the Metra, the outbound Metra, just as we duck under Interstate 355, as you can see up ahead there. So we'll see what kind of engine we have. Once again, this overpass of the road ahead, that's Interstate 355. It does look like it's a double header. That's a double header. We got 189 and 119.
We do got a red on Main too.
Now here's the train holding area. Nothing is here. We still have that red on Main 2. We're keeping an eye on that, see if there's any more freight traffic. We can see, like I said, this is a very busy line, which makes it fun to Railfan. And from a Railfanning standpoint, it really couldn't be laid out any better. And you'll see that as we get closer to the city, how there's lots of parallel roads, lots of stations around, lots of safe spots to get pictures, lots of opportunities to move around and get different vantage points.
May not get the best locomotive.
But that's the downside of this, is it's pretty bland as far as the locomotive supply goes. No, I think that's the reflection of our headlight.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah, it is.
I thought so too.
That's a reflection of our
Yeah, no, it's a reflection. So this is the Belmont. Oh no, yeah, there is one. Wait, but it's way down there though.
He's on the middle track though.
And that is on Main 2. So this is the Belmont Station.
You know, I'm actually standing on
this is redone fairly recently. There's the original station building over there. And we're going to go over Belmont Avenue. This used to be a grade crossing here when I first started railfanning, but since then they have redone it so that it is an over-under, because trains would stop here for a while.
All right, I'm going to take my jacket off.
Okay. Well, let's pause for the station.
My iPad's on.
Let me know when we get close to the
All right, we are leaving Belmont now. Our next stop is Main Street here in Downers Grove. This is one of 3 stations here in Downers Grove, the other one being Fairview Avenue. But today we are not stopping at Fairview Avenue. In fact, once we leave Main Street, we are not stopping until we get to Union Station in downtown Chicago. And I'll tell you what, it is fun to be on these express trains, but I'm going to apologize again in advance for any shakiness that comes, and there's going to be a lot more as we express. This is this track is a lot rougher ride than the UP, so lots of switches. This is there's a lot of switches. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay.
But still.
We want to see. I'm going to zoom in real quick here Not going to do it for long because it's going to get shaky and you guys are not going to like me for that. But we do have a westbound heading our way. We are heading east towards Chicago right now.
Oh, east? I thought you said west.
All right, Patrick.
Is this Metra? No, this is Patrick.
It's a westbound.
It's a westbound, yeah. Okay. So we are going to just go right ahead here to Main Street here in Downers Grove. I'm not sure what the parallel road is on the right
I think it might
side.
be Burlington Avenue or something.
Yeah, there are lots of roads. There is a road that kind of starts and picks up again that parallels the track, and it is called Burlington Avenue.
Yeah,
named for the Chicago, Burlington, and
It
Quincy.
pretty much starts at Downers Grove, and then it goes like all the way.
That doesn't mean we can pace trains, though.
No,
Yeah,
that does not.
Speed limit is much slower.
Oh, yes, and they will get you around here. All right, we're coming close. That is definitely a freight train we're coming up on.
Like I
So
said,
we will see what we've got. That is
Sorry for the
definitely
shakiness.
yes.
It's very
I got this too.
shaky. Especially when we start expressing, it's going to be like...
Yeah, and that's going to happen after our station stop here at Downers Grove.
This thing.
Okay, we are going to meet this freight in the station. He may blow the horn as we go in. By the way, this entire line is a no-horn zone. It is a quiet zone. That's why you're not hearing the long, long, short, long patterns as we go through the crossings.
Is there another westbound behind it? Oh, never mind.
No, it's our reflection off the mirror. And here's Main Street.
Oh, joy, it's an H2.
Oh, yeah. Here is, let's see what the train is there.
Yeah, there we go.
And there's folks here. Now, back in, I'm going to tell a quick story. I'm not going to pause the video while we stop here. I'm going to tell a quick story.
It's a very interesting story at that. History buff like me.
There was also a wreck here at Downers Grove back in the 1940s as well.
1948.
So there was, and it involved that very station building that you saw, and it also involved that station, or the train set that is now the Nebraska Zephyr at Illinois Railway Museum. Hit a tractor on the tracks, went off the rails and crashed right into the station, killed 3 people. Now here's the scary part. Back in 2012, I came down here to shoot the Nebraska Zephyr on its excursion to Galesburg and Quincy and back. And they still had the original Burlington signal bridges down here, the old searchlights. And when that train set came through, I saw that very train set at the very station where the wreck happened, and sitting next to the signal bridge, which is just up ahead where the current signal bridge is, there was a tractor sitting by the tracks. Talk about a freaky coincidence right there. You go back, I'll throw a link in the description to that video, and go back and look at it. You will see a tractor by the train as it comes through this station. That's a freaky coincidence there.
What if they did it for the occasion of that?
I don't know. They were doing it to do signal maintenance that day.
Never mind.
But what I'll tell you what they did do. The Metra did this. The Metra that was loading next to it, they assembled the entire train except for the engine and the cab car of old Burlington coaches with the Burlington nameplate.
Right.
So that people could get pictures and it would be relevant to the time period as it loaded. There is no DPU on this train, and now, my friends, comes the fun part. We are now going to run nonstop to Chicago's Union Station. This is going to be fun. This express ride takes approximately 25 to 30 minutes, and we are going to pass by all the other station stops here on the line, and there are a lot of them. That's why we're on the express. And you will notice as we go together that they are actually very close together. Your eyes aren't deceiving you when you're like, hey, wasn't there just a station stop back there? There was. They are very close together on this line. Now, they don't make every station stop on the locals on the weekends, but they make enough of them that it's painful. It does take over an hour to get to back to Aurora. So there's only one express on Saturdays and no express on Sundays. We're not going to hang around till the outbound express comes, but so we'll have to take a local coming back.
I'll probably go for the outbound express tonight, but
you could.
I plan to go to Homewood after this.
Oh.
you know, shooting my CSD 70s.
All right, you have fun with that. I hope you get some. I believe this is Maple Avenue here, if I'm not mistaken. It might be. I don't know. But the next station stop up ahead is Fairview Avenue, but like I said, we are not stopping. So I'm gonna do.
I didn't even see that.
It's already gonna get real shaky here.
Yeah, no, it's going to get very shaky, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try and hold the camera as steady as I can. I am holding on to the seat next to me. I'm actually standing right now. We are not in the engineer's cab. We are at the front window of the cab control car. We are not the engineer. We are at the front window. There's lots of videos like this on YouTube, and we're happy to contribute to that. And again, for those of you who have clicked on this video because you're curious about trains, we welcome you to this video. We are very glad you have joined us.
It's already getting really shaky.
Yeah, I know. I'm turning the camera a lot. I'm trying to keep my hand as steady as I can, people. I'm sorry. Okay, so that was Fairview Avenue. We're coming up to Westmont. This is another popular rail fanning spot on this line. I understand the lighting here is very good for night photography.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is. If you look at my night video from December.
I
haven't.
50 night videos.
I don't think I've ever been here, but I understand it is very good night shots here.
It is.
And you can kind of see, this gives you a little taste. If you look around, how the town is kind of set up along the track here. You got the parallel roads and everything. You'll see that more so as we go closer to Chicago here. All right, we're going to go around a curve, and after we go around that curve, we're not going to have another curve for a long time. And we are just around this curve is the Clarendon Hills Station. Clarendon Hills. Maximum speed on this line for passengers is 70 miles an hour, and we're likely going to do that for a while. All right, we're around the curve. You can see very far ahead. I don't see any additional trains at this point, but there are some hills that can block the view of headlights. So this is Clarendon Hills, and literally not even a quarter mile past it is the West Hinsdale Station. The weekend trains do not pass or do not stop at the West Hinsdale Station. And then you can see it's just up ahead, just the other side of the overpass. That is Route 83. That is Illinois Route 83. And here's the West Hinsdale Station. No weekend trains stop here.
Well, I didn't know that. Right, you were going to be on the Express? Yeah.
And now we're in the town of Hinsdale. We are just up ahead. I can see the downtown Hinsdale Station. Hinsdale has 3 stops. Only one of them is made on weekend service. And now you can get a little bit of a better sense. Oops, sorry about the angled video. Now you can get a little better sense of how these towns are built up right along the tracks here. And this is the downtown Hinsdale Station. Dates back to the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy days. And we're going to get some horn action because we have another maintenance of way crew. So now we're going to go under a bridge that was recently redone. It used to be a 1-lane bridge that was controlled by a stoplight. And just under that bridge is the Highland Station. Again, no weekend service at the Highland Station. This is Highlands. I've Railfan here. I've Railfan here once.
I've been here a few times.
And now we're going to go to the home. Now we're going to go over Interstate 294, the Tri-State Tollway. Just in a second here, and They are planning on redoing the bridge because they're planning on redoing the Tri-State Tollway. They're going to make it go from 4 lanes to 6. And now we're coming into the town where one of my friends who's with me right now, standing right alongside of me, this is his home station. This is Western Springs.
Well, it's not really my home station. I just like...
It's his main station.
So this is his go-to spot. Like my go-to spot is Naperville. His go-to spot is here in Western Springs. And Western Springs has a little water tower. You can see it left side of your screen there. There's another one very much like it in Riverside.
Yeah,
this
I was actually here last night.
Westmont.
Yes, he was here last night. Yep.
Westmont has
their. Yeah, this is the Western Springs stop.
Westmont is the best mont.
Westmont. Yeah.
Yes.
This is Western Springs, just like I said. Next town is going to be Lagrange. Lagrange has 2 stops: Stone Avenue and Lagrange Road. Stone Avenue will come first. And you can see, this is why I mean, like, this is a really good design, because you can see there's 2 roads, one on each side of the tracks. That's really good if you want to, like, get some unique shots of the trains. You can see, and there's lots and lots of parking along here. One of my goals this summer is to come out this way and get the rush hour. I'd love to see the rush hour on this line, because it's train after train.
Evening rush hour is great.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Evening rush hour.
I've gone to morning rush at Western Springs before.
Yeah, I understand it's spectacular. So we are going to do that this summer when the weather's nice and it's light out late.
It was that day in the summer, not the summer, oh my gosh, the winter.
Yeah.
Oh, like in December.
All right.
The day we went for 184.
Yeah.
In Naperville, yeah.
All right, now we're coming into Lagrange. This is Stone Avenue. This is Stone Avenue. And literally a quarter mile ahead is the Lagrange Road stop. And yes, weekend trains make both stops here at Lagrange.
Looks like we're going on to Trek 2.
Now, back in June, I did the evening rush hour for at the Lagrange here.
Yeah, I would love to come to Lagrange. This is where I want to come.
I've done it.
There's the post office. This is Lagrange Road. Amtrak local service also services this station. This is Lagrange Road. I have Railfan here before, long time ago. That is Ogden Avenue. We're going to go over to our right, and we're also going to go over another train line. That is the Indiana Harbor Belt.
Yeah, the IHB.
Indiana Harbor Belt. This is the Indiana Harbor Belt right here. And we're going to slow down because we are going to switch tracks. And now we're coming into the downtown of Brookfield, home of the Brookfield Zoo. There is a station for the Brookfield Zoo on this line. And I'll point it out as we go by. Right now we're coming into Congress Park. No weekend service at Congress Park as well.
Here's the connection to the IHB.
Yeah, there's a connection right there.
Let me see.
Again, sorry for any shakiness or tilting of the camera. This is a very bumpy track.
PJ got a executive Mac for one of the BRLX ones leading on that connection.
All right, we are about to switch from main 1 to main 2. We're going to go to the middle track. We are going to the middle track.
Sorry for that shakiness, guys.
We are sorry. Yeah.
Main 2.
Yeah, I know.
So we're going to ride on main 2, and we're coming into Brookfield. There's a station in the downtown area of Brookfield, and just past it, there's a station at Hollywood Avenue. That's the stop for the Brookfield Zoo. The zoo is about a half-mile north of the Hollywood Avenue station. You cannot see it from the track here, but it is off to the left, to the north of the tracks, left side, as you're watching the video. This is the downtown Brookfield station, downtown Brookfield. We are going over, this is downtown Brookfield, now we're going to go over the Salt Creek. That's Salt Creek. And just up ahead is the Hollywood Station here in Brookfield. That is the zoo stop. If you're going to the Brookfield Zoo, this is a very good option to get you there. You can ride the BNSF line here. You can get off at this station, and it is about a half mile to the north of here. Off to the left, as you're watching the video. This is Hollywood.
Pretty soon we'll be seeing this.
All right, now we're going to go over the Desplaines River.
Pretty soon we'll be seeing the city skyline too.
Yeah, I actually saw parts of the skyline. That might have been First Avenue back there. This is the Desplaines River we're going over, Desplaines River. And we'll come into our next station stop at Riverside, which appropriately enough is named because it's settled right along the bank of the Desplaines River. And just like in Western Springs, there's a nice little water tower. You can see it right now off to the left side of your screen. A nice historic water tower here at Riverside. Another historic depot, dates back to the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy days, and just like other station stops in the line, it is set up right along the tracks. the town is set up with the tracks as the centerpiece.
Did we go past Riverside?
And now, yeah, we just went by Riverside. Now we're going to be coming into the town of Berwyn. Berwyn has 3 station stops. 2 of them are made on the weekends. The only one that's not made is the last one we're going to go by. That's Laverne. Harlem Avenue and downtown Berwyn are made by every other train on the weekends.
Well, Laverne's the one where you want to go to. You got to see on Freeport and Cicero Yard.
Yes, we do have that, and we will talk about that as we pass by Laverne.
The Freeport is my line in Hillside.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Harrison Street Crossing.
Yeah, no, Freeport is a popular line, although it's a very lightly used line. Once again, this is the town of Berwyn. We are coming up to the Harlem Avenue station right now. This is Harlem Avenue.
I'm 330.
We just went over Harlem Avenue, and now we're going by the station.
Berwyn, Illinois.
This is Berwyn, and just hometown of who?
Hometown of Spanguli.
Yes.
For those of you that watch that.
Yes, that is right. That's the voice of BNSF 7695 that told you that fact. Now we're going to go by the downtown.
Sorry about this shakiness. It's so bad.
We're sorry, yes. Here's Berwyn. This is Oak Park Avenue right here. Now we're going to go by Laverne. The crossing by Laverne is Ridgeland Avenue. That is the street that I lived on back in Tinley Park when I lived in Tinley Park. Here we go to the Laverne Station, and right past the Laverne Station there is an overpass. That is Canadian National's Freeport Subdivision, the former Illinois Central route. And after we go onto the Freeport sub, this is Laverne we're going by right now, and there's the Freeport sub right there. After we go underneath the Freeport sub, we will see BNSF's Cicero Yard. And as we go by Cicero Yard, let's see what we got. I see Norfolk Southern right there. I'm going to zoom into it.
-9's Evo, I assume.
Yeah, no, I think it's -9 actually.
Yeah, -9.
-9 and another -9.
Yep.
2 -9 jumpers.
I wonder if that's going to go west this afternoon. That'd be nice.
I wouldn't doubt
We can
it.
shoot that by my house, or we can shoot that on our way back. Again, to the right, that is Cicero Yard. Lots of trains that come by my house originate in this yard. This is the town of Cicero.
Yeah.
This may be, yeah, this is the town of Cicero we're going through. Cicero has 1 station stop. Weekend trains make the stop here at Cicero.
Back in the day they had 2, but there was an employee-only stop.
There was another stop around here called Clyde. That station closed in 2007. It was right along this area here. And as you look ahead, as we go by the yard, off toward the left side of the screen, you can see the world-famous Chicago skyline. May not be very clear at this point, but I can definitely see it. It is definitely there, and it is big and beautiful, like it always is. Still recording, right? Yeah. Okay, the Clyde station was right around this area, I believe. All right, we're coming up to the east end of Cicero Yard, and as we go by the east end of Cicero Yard, we'll go by the Cicero Station stop. A couple of months ago, there was a derailment here at Cicero. A tanker train derailed and damaged the inbound platform. You can see the tunnel that is under construction. That's because it's repairing damage from the derailment that happened here. We're going over Cicero Avenue right now. The overpass you see right up there, that is the Belt Railway of Chicago. And now we're going to, and after that, we are going to enter within the city limits of Chicago. We're going to go over 15 bridges that, when you go over these bridges, everybody on the train knows it. They are loud and they shake the whole train.
So good luck with that shakiness, guys.
So I am going to send out a sincere apology from the shakiness that comes with it, because they do shake the train.
And I'm going to send my sincere good luck.
Yes. This is, now we are officially in the city limits of Chicago. This is not a neighborhood you want to be hanging out in. Very high crime area, this area. We're going a little bit slower than I've seen him go before, so it may not be as bad going over the bridges. I don't feel like we're doing the whole 70. So that it may be, that may soften the blow a little bit as we go over these bridges. Once we get past these bridges, we're going to go under the CTA Pink Line, and then we'll go by the intermediate stops here in Chicago. There we go. We've got a crude oil train stopped there. We will see what kind of power it has when we get by. Right side. Right side.
Here comes the really shakiness.
Here comes the real shakiness here. Again, I apologize for that. Everybody knows it when you're going over these bridges. And we have another maintenance of way crew ahead, so we're getting some more horn action.
Last time I did a video
We are
And then Johnny was able to flex.
going over the
Executive Mac Leader.
bridge. All right, the bridge up ahead goes over the tracks on an angle. That is the CTA pink line. CTA pink line.
See what the power setup is.
And we're coming to the front of this train, and we're going to see what kind of power it has.
Oh my gosh, could it be a Chivo?
It sure looks like it.
It is. Oh, it's an ace.
Oh, it ain't.
Oh, we've got an ace up front. How about that? There we go. All right, to the left is the Lagunitas Brewing Company. They make a very good IPA. Very popular, too. Now you can get a better view of the Chicago skyline. I am going to give you a look at that right now. There you go. And now we're coming into the Westfield, or the Western Avenue station. Not all weekend trains stop here, but some of them do. And we've got Cascade Green in Western Avenue.
Yes. I will shoot them and go back. I will too, actually.
Look at that. And that's very visible. I've got my shot of it from this video. I don't need another. Now we'll get a look at the Chicago skyline again. We've only got one more station stop to pass before we get into Union Station. That's Halsted Street. This is the yard off to the left. That's Union Pacific's Global One yard. That's an intermodal facility, and it's owned by Union Pacific. And they send out trains west out of there that take the Geneva sub. And I've shot heritage units, the UP heritage units on those. On numerous occasions, trains coming out of that yard right there. And sometimes you'll see pull-down jobs up here as we go by Halsted Street.
Those will usually be powered by SD40Ns.
Does anybody know what this line is right here?
It's abandoned.
This is an abandoned line. This is an abandoned line, no longer in service. The skyline's off to our left. It's out of sight right now.
Hold up. I may be wrong on the
Google search.
Yeah.
That's okay. We will. I'll post a note in the video later on what that line was. But anyways, we are coming up to the Halsted Street station. No weekend service at this station.
That's the CTA pink line.
Okay, that was the CTA pink line that we went under. So we went under that again. And we're coming up on Halsted Street. And we're also going by a webcam that can be viewed on Railstream. That would, or one of those railroad streaming websites. That would be MH Tower. That's a little bit further ahead as we go around the curve into Union Station. But we are slowing down because we are getting close to Union Station. Because we are coming into Chicago. This is
Nowhere to be found.
this is
They were all replaced by
Well, no, I thought the ones that were down here that were like only metros, not used for freights, were so simple.
We're not there yet.
Oh, they're still down here?
hey, you guys want to see if 405 is over on the other side?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll see. 405, Metro 405. That is painted in Milwaukee Road colors now. That actually used to run the BNSF here in its standard Metro scheme, but they just recently painted that into Milwaukee Road colors down in the Milwaukee Road. This is Halsted Street. Like I said, no weekend service at the station, and the overpass up ahead, that is the Dan Ryan Expressway. Interstates 90 and 94, the Dan Ryan. It's known as the Dan Ryan in this stretch. Just north of here, it becomes the Kennedy. But right here, it is the Dan Ryan.
And then,
Where's that rail cam?
yeah,
The rail cam, I think, is just up ahead here. I think it's somewhere around here.
it is.
It faces toward the east, so you'll have to look behind you.
Burlington Matt on the balcony is the camera owner.
So one of these apartment owners hosts a camera for Railstream, and he is a rail fan. And yeah, there it is, right there. You see the Burlington Route nameplate? That's MH Tower. that's hosted, I believe, on Railstream. I'm not sure.
It's on Railstream.
Yeah, that's a Railstream. So we are going by Railstream camera. So if anybody was watching Railstream at, what time is it?
10:04.
At 10:04 on Saturday, February 16th, if you're watching Railstream and you see Metra going inbound right now with Metra 117, hello. And I can see, I just saw the Veterans Cabbage, Amtrak's Veterans Cabbage. And Dash 9, there's a UP Ace that you might have seen, and there was also a F-59 that's being sold to Metra. So yeah, greetings from Train and Hawks Fan for anybody watching MH Tower at 10:04 on Saturday, February 16th.
Yes.
And we have just rounded the curve, and now we are going to begin our approach into Union Station.
Hey, look, there's 210. Oh, by the way, we passed yourself. By the way, we passed the 504.
Did we? 504. Okay.
Oh, yeah, those 210. Hey, where's the repainted coach?
I don't know. But to the right, this is this overpass is the Amtrak Yard. The overpass up ahead is Roosevelt Road.
Another popular spot to film.
That is a very popular spot to film a rush hour because you get, not only do you get BNSF action, but you also get the Heritage Corridor and the Southwest service at that spot as well.
I believe these old signals here are like New York.
Johnny, don't look left. There's a package in the way.
Then we got we got these old signals.
Oh, you're filming. Okay, I'll stand out of the way. Okay, we've got the Y signals here. Those are pretty cool. This is CP Roosevelt, according to the sign. And just up ahead is Harrison Strait, and that's where the tunnel begins that leads into Union Station. You can see right up there, that's the Willis Tower. I will always know it as the Sears Tower.
It's going to get shaky because we're going over all these.
This is going to get very shaky, and I apologize for that because we're going to go over switches, and we are going to switch several times as we go through the tunnel into Union Station. Okay.
You guys are just riding in right.
A lot of people are heading down to the Chicago Auto Show with this weekend. That's happening this weekend. The Chicago Auto Show is happening down at McCormick Place this weekend. Lots of people heading to the auto show on board. They're being treated to a free ride today because Metra is offering free rides today and tomorrow.
Tomorrow I might be going to the other.
Oh, they've upgraded the lights in this tunnel to LEDs. It's been a long time since I've ridden in this tunnel here. So here we go. We've got a green for now. Again, this is a dark tunnel. You may not be able to see it as well. We are pulling into Chicago Union Station at this time. This is an 8-car set. The locomotive on our train is number 117, Village of Palos Park, I believe. Yeah, we're going to go to the left.
Yeah, Palos Park.
We're going to the left. Yep.
Short camera.
We're going to go.
Because of the
we're going to go to the left again, and we are going to land on station track number 2. The tracks on the south side of the station here are all even numbered. The tracks on the north side of the station are all odd numbered. So this is the farthest westernmost track. This is track 2 we're coming into right now. This is the lead to it. And as we pull into the station, I want to thank you all very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the experience. This is definitely a very unique perspective. Be able to see the front end view as you pull into the as you ride the rails. This was Metra's BNSF line, the former Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy route, and the former Burlington Northern route. We came from Aurora. We're now pulling into Union Station. And again, thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe. I promise more videos are coming soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Train and Hawks Fan 17, CRI&P Fan 4506, and BNSF Fan 7695. For those two guys, this is Train and Hawks Fan saying thank you very much for watching. As we pull into the station here, I will wait until we come to a complete stop to end the video. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, take care. And that'll be it.
Woo, that was great. That was. Hey guys. My hands are numb from that. Yeah, no kidding.
Here we are, and that was fun. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. That's it.